Praise the Lord. Praise Jesus. Praise Yeshua. Praise the Most High. So, this though, I don't know, man. Really thinking, why are things so, why are things so difficult? And it's not difficult like that. But, and when I mean difficult, I mean, like, just spiritually. Like, yeah, man. I don't know. It just seems to be hard to pray and to, I don't know, fight the flesh. But I think that's, I do think that is the thing now. I think that's my, I think that's the issue with, well, I wouldn't say it's the issue. It's what needs to happen is me being able to control my flesh and to get a hold of my flesh and to not, it, it's to get control of my flesh. And I think maybe the reason why the Lord is being so quiet, yeah, I'm all right. Just talking about my, about my flesh and why is it so hard to like pray and to read the Bible and things. And I hear like the spirit, but don't know if it's yeah, not necessarily a test, but yeah, a test because you know being on Suboxone is also different, and I feel like that numbed and blocked a lot of things because it truly did. Like it, I wouldn't say numb, but you for sure don't. So I've always been kind of under the influence of something, some form of substance, and and we're talking about from like 16 on until maybe like 22 when I had my daughter. I didn't do I didn't do nothing for like 5 years until I lost in court. Then I just got into actual like drugs, and but since that point I've been on some form of something, but after court was kind of more pills, and then I got on Suboxone, and I just got off Suboxone maybe like 3 4 months ago, and what I feel like the Suboxone did was just kind of cover up. Um, it's gonna sound weird, but it's almost like it covered up me, like who I am, like deep down, and I mean, that's kind of it's kind of weird to say, and it doesn't really make sense. But I mean, I can't really describe it as any other thing. Using Suboxone and then using opiates. Is that what you're saying? Because when I was first getting off fentanyl, I didn't smoke it or nothing. I just ate them. Um, I'm still kind of confused by the question. So I was on opiates, and then I got on Suboxone, and then being on Suboxone for X amount of time. Well, in the beginning, I was kind of going both between um, Suboxone and pills because Suboxone would give me like really bad rock gut, and I couldn't use the bathroom. And I would take Suboxone for like 4 days, and then I would stop taking it, and I'll go back to opiates so I could use the bathroom. Opiates never bound me up like that. Um, so there's that, and oh, I'm about to get eight. There's that, and then I mean, wasn't really terrible or anything, weird. Um, I slowed down a lot. Oh no, I never did them at the same time. I never did them at the same time, um, because Suboxone is an opiate blocker. So it would be like if you would take Suboxone and then you took like any form of opiate, it wouldn't do anything, or you'd probably have to take more. And I'm not gonna take two blues. I'm not doing that. I would take a whole one. Um, and when it got to when my aunt died, well, my favorite aunt, uh, I used to see her every every time before I went to work and after I went to work, and I would tell her that I love her. And I'll see her when I get off work. And one day I went, sorry, I went to go see her because I was gonna go home, and she had died, and because she was at my family's house on hospice, and that night I lost control and pretty much overdosed. I think I don't know really what happened. I know I was last thing I remember I was cooking and I blacked out, and yeah, I woke up on my couch at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, that's with all my lights on, and yeah, that terrified me. So that I'm done there. Been on Suboxone pretty much from that point on, like really on it, um, all the way off now. But it just seems like Suboxone kind of just covers who you are as a person. Like there's no, it's not like I forgot what the stuff's called. Um, it's not like antidepressant or anything, but I already knew that I had a lust issue. Like I already knew that that was a thing. But getting off Suboxone is like my lust is like at like an all time high. Like it's wild, and I mean it's really rough. Um, I feel like that, and I mean just fighting with praying. Like I don't see why it's so hard to pray. Like it's almost like a thing I don't want to do. I like dread it. But then there's I mean then there's other things like just opening the Bible, you know, and I don't see how I got to this point where I'm like so far, but then I still hear the Holy Spirit. Like I still feel it, like I still feel it, the Holy Spirit in me, and He's still talking to me and all those things. Granted, I can't hear Him like how I once did, and that's what throws me like so much about this of boxing because I feel like this of boxing I was like I could hear Him a lot, like almost like everything, but my heart posture was also in a different place. And I would consider for sure um, suboxone like a demon for sure because it takes so much away from you, and then like it like lowers praise the Lord. Oh, see, and that's the beautiful thing too. It's like he's right there. Like I've been having this issue with my daughter, like just like not listening and not doing the things that I ask her to do, and when I be talking to her and stuff, I be like, it'll be like, why don't you just listen? Why don't you just listen to the things that I'm telling you, and just do it? And it's kind of like I don't know. And I'm like, well, that's a you thing. That's something that you need to figure out because only you can do it. And when I say that, it cracks me up because it's like everything that I am saying to her about disobedience is the way probably the Lord wants to say it to me. He just doesn't say it like that. But I know when I talk to my daughter, it's like I can feel him like, okay, yeah, this is everything that I am saying to you. And it's kind of like a slap in the face. Well, it's not really a slap in the face. It's honestly funny because I don't know if any of you guys know or whoever sees this. God is hilarious. He is so funny and he's very nonchalant about everything. He truly is. Like he's funny. He doesn't really get mad. Well, I don't know if he gets mad, but every um every time I've heard him like pretty much clear, it's always my voice. It's either my voice in a voice that I can't imitate. Like it would be if I never smoked, if I never did drugs, and I could make like the softest, kindest voice. That's what God sounds like to me. Because I mean, most people, when you think and you're like talking, you can hear your own voice pretty much. When God does it to me, it's in my voice, but it's super soft and I can't imitate it. There'd be no way I could do it. So that's how I know it's God. Now the enemy, it's my voice, but it's my voice. And then the enemy normally repeats things. Like it'll say it like two or three times. Um, like the first time it was my my fiance. She didn't call me when she got home from work, and I was kind of freaking out. And I'm just like just freaking out in my head. And uh, the enemy was like, oh, she's cheating, she's cheating, like just things like that. And I'm like, no. Nah. And then I hear the Lord's voice, and it was so nonchalant. It's so short and sweet. Just call her, because I wasn't trying to do all the things. I was trying to call her and all that shit. Nah. Uh, but I mean that's me trying to deal with my insecurities, and there's no reason to have an insecurity. Never. There's not been not one thing that I've ever questioned my girl about. I don't. Yeah. I don't feel it. And I mean, I can understand if it was like something for like cause, but there's nothing there. And I really believe if there's a reason or something like a reason not to trust somebody, especially like the person that you're with, you need to go. I've never felt that, which is interesting to me, but not really because just of everything, all the beautiful things, and then I mean, like I prayed for her, I've gotten confirmation. Yeah, a lot of people don't. I don't think a lot of people do that. Like when they get with people, I don't think they ask the Lord if this is a person that they should be with. Now, granted, if yeah, I don't even know. 'Cause I can't even say that because I can't. Yeah, that couldn't even come out of my mouth because I don't believe that. So I had asked for confirmation. I had asked the Lord if I should be with her before anything. I asked if I should be with her. Got confirmation, and but the first time we like really talked, it was like everything that I wanted and more. And uh, then asking like asking for her hand. Before that, I asked asked if I'm supposed to marry her. Confirmation again. If I didn't get confirmation, I don't know. I don't know how I'd feel about that because the confirmation that I got so fast in the with the first should I be with her, that was the fastest response I've ever received at all when it comes to prayer. Like it was an instant. Like as soon as it came out of my mouth, I got a message. Asked her if this is the woman I'm supposed to marry. Instantly, as soon as it comes out of my mouth, message. That's too much confirmation. So I don't even know if I couldn't see really myself not with her unless things like went like terribly wrong. But I don't see that. And then I mean honestly, I don't believe in that neither. Like we just gonna have to figure it out. And that's my thing. That's why I pray for. Oh, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. That's what. Oh, I missed. That's what I prayed for tonight. That my family we have understanding, and we put God first. Because that was one thing I was thinking about earlier today. Is I don't want to make I don't want to make my woman an idol. Like I don't want to put her above God. I don't because that's where it's going to be something else. I don't want to do that. That's something that I think I need to talk to her about because I think God needs to be talked about more, and not just talked about more, but that needs to be like a all the way focus on our just our lives. Granted, yeah, it's hard, but everything's hard. Like everything is, and then like I don't know, just the fact of not putting somebody like in a different spot, like putting somebody on a pedestal. Right, I'm not trying to say it like that, but I mean that's what an idol is, and I don't want to put her before God. I don't, and I think that us as humans, that's why our heart postures need to be just towards the Lord because we're created to serve something. That's what it's going to be. We're going to serve something, and I don't want to put her or my family before you know before the Most High. I don't know if I'm doing that now. I don't think that I am, but you know, I don't want to make that mistake. So I know what I know what my family needs, and that's what my family needs. Us to be really focused on the Lord and you know nothing nothing else because it's already treacherous enough and things are already just a nonstop attack. I don't know if that I don't know if other people go through that, but I know there's a calling to bigger and greater things, and I don't want to be duped or tricked by the enemy because that is a very a very common thing. And then then there's that huge fascination with each other. That's like something else. But I don't know. That's why I feel like it's also so important that my posture is like on point because yeah, the marriage dynamic, I didn't realize how important it really is, like on a biblical aspect until, you know, like this last probably say like the last like 2 months, like really like looking into it and really oh my gosh, they're everywhere. And really like studying it and having true understanding of what my role is and the things I need to do. Yeah, man. It's it's not that. And if I'm not if I'm not feeding her the things that she needs to be fed, right? And we're not talking food. We're talking about being led correctly or as correctly as I can. And I want to 100% like do it 100% right. I want to raise the kids right, have more kids, do all those things. But if you're not feeding your wife correctly, she's gonna give out what you give her, and that's every woman. If you are not giving your woman security, protection, the main things as a man, if you're not giving these things to your woman and speaking to her right, speaking to her with love, if you're not doing these things, whatever you are feeding her, it's going to come back. Like, and what I've noticed too is a lot of women are support for men because she had pointed out that I'm like a really good like observer and I pay attention to our emotions and things like that. And I don't think that's a big thing, but it's a big thing to her. And I mean, I don't know where it necessarily comes from why I'm like that, but oh my gosh, these guys are everywhere. They're gonna eat me. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know where all that comes from, but that was crazy. I just got bit by a dog. But Yeah, the love and respect aspect is different. You know, and it's sad because women don't really need a lot. It's wild because it's like women only need a man to be a man. That is it. It's really nothing else. As long as you are a man, and doing the things that you're supposed to do, you're. I mean, that's kind of what's required in that. I mean, it kind of seems to be what standard. Oh, I missed. I suck. But I mean, and I think that got lost like not a long time ago, but some time ago. What a man is, and what a man is supposed to do, because it goes much farther than just going to work and stuff like that. Like it's a lot bigger than that. Because when I look at my grandparents, and then there's that. Like, so I had my my mom's grandparents, or their blah, my grandma and grandpa on my mom's side. Why can't I shoot this guy? That's what's throwing me off. That's why I can't talk. So I got my grandma on my mom and dad's, or on my yeah, on my mom's side, and it seemed like my grandma was more of the holding everything together, and my grandpa was just my grandpa just doing the old man thing. And then I had my dad's parents, and I feel like they had more of a togetherness relationship, where it seemed like, to me, they talked about everything, like everything. um yeah, their relationship to me was like way different than mine. um I don't know, there's certain people, and I see their relationships, and it's like that's what I'm striving for. Like, 'cause there's this one of my oh, they're dead. What? They can die all the way? How'd you die all the way? Get up, guys. I just lost two characters. I don't know how that happened. They're not supposed to die all the way, but I guess they're dead all the way. They just gave up on me, guys. I'm all alone. It's all good. I got two more people. Yeah, they're dead. But yeah. So my fiance, she has a best friend, uh, and then she's married, and their relationship is dope. Like, they got a really dope relationship, and then they're good. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're good people. Like, they're believers. Um, I don't really know much about them. I know a little bit about them, but not a lot. But I see their marriage, and that's all I really, need to see. Like, your guys' relationship is awesome. Well, your marriage is awesome. That's what. Because a lot of people don't even believe in marriage no more. Like, and I think that's weird. Like, I don't see how I was just living life, and it was gonna be a baby mom, and that was gonna be life. Nah, bro. And then it was only like building a relationship with the Lord did I really start thinking about having a relationship. Because I didn't see it. I didn't see it in the cards. Yeah, I did. I didn't see it in the cards. Which sounds sad, but when your whole career is just cheating on women, and then once you stop doing those things and try to be a good guy, you just get pooped on. But that never made me like go back to cheating or anything like that. That just kind of, all right, well, you're not for me. But I've only had two, yeah, two other relationships besides my baby mom. And then, I found my wife, which is, that's wild in itself. Like, I tell you, we was just talking about that too before she got to work. Like just how we reconnected. She was she was talking about she was on the hunt, but yeah, it's different. Like, and yeah, if you are feeling lonely and all those things, yeah, seek the Lord. Like, and that sounds like it wouldn't like go together, but I promise you it goes together. Like, I think that's the only. I think God is the only reason why I'm like, all right, like how I could be in this place, like in this apartment. I got a two-bedroom apartment, and before I had my daughter, I was just in here by myself all the time, and yeah, man, they used to kind of drive me crazy. So once I started building a relationship with the Lord and spending that time with Him, that was a lot of time that I got to spend with the Lord, and I was saving up money to do something that was on like a bucket list, and then I ended up getting an attorney and getting my daughter. But before that, I'm still just alone and getting my daughter on the weekends. And one day, for some reason, I was like, Lord, send my wife. I asked the Lord for a wife. And I said like a month after that, um, my fiance had sent me a message on Facebook and asked me something about my hair. Like, she was like, "Oh, you cut your dreads off." I can't remember what it was. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Something about cutting my dreads off. And I was like, "Yeah," just dropped it. Dropped it. Didn't say nothing else about it. Then she messages like a week or so or something like that after. And yeah, from that point, we just never stopped talking. But she was talking right. And that's the thing too. Like, I never expected it to be her. Like, ever. Not at all. I never would have expected it to be her. Um, but honestly, I never expected to see her again. I was just telling her that too, because yeah, I thought she was gonna be with a millionaire or taking over a country or something. That she was gonna be doing something, something, something. But I mean, it's not like she, you know what I'm saying, been sloughing. No, she's been doing all the things. You know, sober living, got the boys. Like, it's a beautiful thing. One thing that's kind of been getting under my skin is people and their weird. Oh my gosh, that was terrible. Stepped on a landmine, blew my butt cheek off. But there she go right there. She at work. What you doing? But I'm back. Yeah, no. She did a skit today at work. She had to tell me about it. Praise the Lord. Yeah, yeah, man. I'll tell you, it's weird. Then I was listening to where's the other guy at? He must be in the house. But oh, he's asleep. I'll be a sneaky snake. I probably could have let him sleep. But anyways, I was listening to a video earlier. I forgot the guy that was talking, or that had made the video, but he was talking about like the time that you don't have, um, like when you're not married and you're waiting on the person that you're supposed to be with, right? Because we go through all these flunky failure relationships, right? And then they're just all like bumps in the roads. You know, they just all kind of they all kind of suck, and they all seem like a waste of time, but they're not a waste of time because you should be learning from every relationship that you've been in. You should learn something, period. And like my last, well, no, since I broke up with my baby mom, like since like the last time, I mean, like actually being like together with her and dating, dating crazy and going through the drugs and all that, and then being with that girl for that small amount of time, it really showed me what I was done with, what I wasn't gonna accept, you know, all those things. What I wasn't gonna do as a man, you know, because I was very at one point I was very very abusive, and I think I was too soft at certain points. But I mean, you gotta find a balance, I guess. Especially with being super abusive. I went from no, I didn't go from super rough to just being a pushover. That didn't happen. But probably letting women get away with things that are not acceptable, and that's a thing that can never be accepted. There has to be some form of standard. And I mean, if you allow anybody, not just a woman, but if you allow anybody to disrespect and just do things that you're not cool with, they're gonna continue. And then it's gonna get worse because they don't respect you. There's this book. I forgot who wrote it. I forgot the guy, but it's a book called Love and Respect. And when I tell you that this book is that's it's a good book, it is a good book. And I think every person should read it or listen to it or however you want to get down because women need unconditional love all the time. All the time. That's what a woman needs. A woman needs love all the time. Now, she still needs you to be a man. She needs you to be a man. So if you're not a man, that's you know that's a different problem. That's a different issue that you need to figure out because a woman isn't good. A woman can't make a man. If you're not a if you're not a man, she's gonna have a hard time respecting you anyway. But if you are a man, you need to continuously, all the time, love that woman. Now, when it comes to men, right? When it comes to men, we need respect, just like how they need love. That's that's the trade off. Like, oh well, I love him. No, it doesn't work like that. Men, we know we're loved. Not that we know that we're loved, but we would rather have respect. That's that's it. And that book really talks about that a lot. And like there was a survey done like asking like 100 men, would you rather have love or respect? And I think it was like 90% of men said it was 90 or 80 something, 80 some percent said that they would rather have respect. Yes, I would rather have respect, hands down. No question. Because to me, with respect is going to come love. That's just me. I don't care about so much as being loved if I'm respected. Yeah, like yeah, love comes with respect to me. I mean, maybe not to other people, but they kind of go hand in hand. Um, yeah, and then also like with love when it comes to like a woman, and my girl really put it in perspective. It goes much more than just loving somebody. Like it's the when she gets overwhelmed and vanishes and just needs a hug, and that I can pay attention and notice those things. And that's important to me that she sees that. I never really paid attention to it. That's just who I am naturally, because I naturally want her to always feel good and to, be able to do the things. I don't like her being overwhelmed with the kids and stuff like that. It no, no, I'm not digging that. I need her to be happy. I need her to be solid. I need her to be my rock. And like a woman's like the helpmate, and like people take so much stuff out of the Bible. Like, okay, a wife is a helpmate, and then they say a wife needs to be submissive. People take that submissive word and change it so much because a wife is a man's like backbone. It's like a man's strength and everything. And when you look at like all these rulers that like conquered the world and just all these legacies of powerhouse people, they all have strong women. Like they wouldn't be able to do these things alone because women have different everything. Everything's different. That's why, yeah, yeah, no. I know if I was by myself with this whole court situation that's going on right now, yeah, I would have been took like a bad deal or something just because I want to get done. That's what I feel like I would have done at this point by myself, which it would have been bad. I mean, at the end of the day, for when I did want to settle down, it would have been shit. But this is why I'm like really diving into just the things of being a husband and the roles of a husband and a wife, because I was already like changing things before we even like I think hung out for the first like time I seen her. Like I had cut out like really energy drinks. I mean, I drink a Red Bull every once in a while. Like I just started doing that again. This dang flesh. But yeah, I cut out pretty much all energy drinks. Um, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I just don't do. There's things I don't eat no more just because it's not healthy. Um, yeah, yeah, a lot of stuff. And that's just off her. Oh, that's not good for you and blah blah blah. I know I don't have to. And it's like then oh well, I don't like that a man has the rule of the household. Well, you shouldn't be thinking about it like the rule of the household. Like, why are you taking it so weird? That's what it'd be like. What's the word? Perverted. It gets perverted, and it shouldn't be. There's no need to. But that's what humans do. They take the Bible and pervert it. They take everything and pervert it. Um, but yeah, back to the video. I'd just be jumping around. I'd just be ranting. I'd just be talking. But it's the video was talking about you know you go through all these things and you don't find the person that you're supposed to be with because you and that other person are not ready yet, because God's not going to bring that person in your life unless you are ready. He's not, because he's not going to have anything fail. Not that's blessed by him is now the flesh. If you are just trying to rush something and all those things, then yeah, that's a reason. That's the reason why it could fail, just because they make you feel good and they're pretty and blah blah blah. That's why I'm glad I really don't have to worry about that. I mean, no, she is pretty. Let's not say she's not pretty, but oh man, she's gorgeous. I wish I had a picture. Take a look at my girlfriend. But me getting confirmation on me dating her and then months later asking for her hand and getting confirmation is enough. Now the flesh, and that was another thing too. I was uh I was celibate for 2 years before even talking to her, and I was just focused on getting closer to the Lord. That was it. And I don't know. I think I was just tired of like being alone, and yeah, because the lust thing was out. Like like the yerking off, that wasn't a thing. Yeah, I was 100% celibate, and I think I was just tired of being alone. I asked the Lord, bring my wife, or kind of have a wife, and would say like a month after that, she reached out, and then actually no, I had a dream about her first, and then she reached out, and I mean, in that 2 years, and in those past relationships, like with me changing, all it did was mold me into a way better person, better suited for her. Because I'm looking at it now. I'm looking at it now, and she be talking about like some of the things, like the ways that I am, and I don't see it. But as I listen to the things that she explains things, it makes sense because she be like, "Oh, well, you're really nonchalant when it comes to things," and I'm like, "Oh, well, all right." We were talking about today actually, and she's like, "Yeah, stuff will happen." And you just be like, "Oh, yeah, well, yeah, it's all right. It'll be all right." Because I mean, that's kind of it. And I kind of explained it to her, like, I mean, I've been through, so much kind of crap. I'm not in that crap anymore, and this situation is not that bad. I've been in way worse situations than this. This situation is not that bad. It'll be all right. 'Cause, like, she was talking about her dang windshield, man. She just keeps looking at the windshield, freaking out. Not freaking out, but I just can't believe it. So I'm gonna buy her a windshield next payday. Just so what I'm saying, she ain't got a gripe about it. But I mean, I don't know. I don't be looking at my traits. I look at her traits. I love that. Sorry, I really love. So I'm not a talker at all. Like I'm talking right now, but I'm kind of just talking to myself. Like I'm just talking. I'm just talking to my room. But when I'm trying to explain something, she understands exactly what I'm saying, even though I'm not really saying that much. Like she can say how I feel, and it's exactly what I'm trying to say. And yeah, I think that's dope because I am not a good talker. It kind of irritates her at times, but she knows I'm a little stupid head. It's all right, you know. She loves me. That is something I do need to work on though. But I mean, I don't know how to work on it. And I also think that it's like past trauma where it's like speaking up for myself like didn't really matter. Sounds sad, sounds terrible, but like I just kind of thought about that right now, and maybe that's what it is because I never had anybody to like fight for me, so I don't know how to really fight for me. I just kind of took what came, and that's why pretty much my life was kind of just more violence. I'll choose violence. Yeah, makes sense why I was so angry. I was an angry little fella. Yeah, uh, some ugly work, man. I tell you. I've noticed too. I have to get get used to somebody to like really be able to like talk to them and be comfortable. It's no, just talk. I don't know you, bro. I get to know you, I'm gonna talk your ear off. I'm gonna be asking you weird questions. Like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Ask a bunch of weird questions. But I also like to. That's funny because me and my girl we're like really both into people's thoughts and those kinds of things. Like we're both very mental when it comes to like a lot of things. I think it's hilarious, but it's also very dangerous. And that's yeah. I'm glad I pay attention to the small things. Like I can tell when she's gonna start messing with me, or when she's gonna do something that she's like, I don't know if I should do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm starting to catch all those looks because she almost looks like a damn kid. That's what it is. She almost looks like a kid. Like you know, like a kid be like just standing there looking at something. Like I'm gonna touch it. Like she's kind of like that, but it's more. I just know the look. Take a little half step back. Make sure you're not in the swing radius. But yeah, man, the wife is such a crucial role, and it's it's what you give them, and it's a trip too. Because I be thinking, like with all these women that just be in the street and just like in the world and all these things, and they just be like bitter and angry and just having kids with whoever and just having baby dads. A lot of these women could be good women, and that's one thing I can say. It's like my baby mom. So my baby mom's bipolar, and when she's on her medication, I can say she's a good woman. I will say that when she's on her meds, that sounds so bad. When she's on her meds, she's a good woman. But I mean, that's what it is. If she ain't on them bad boys, you got you got 3 months, 3 month gaps. You're gonna have 3 good months, 3 bad months. That's what you're getting, bud. Or ask for nothing more. And that's no way to live. You can't do that. You can't live like that. No man should live like that. But somebody for everybody. No, it's not for me. But this I don't know. It's just weird. I feel like just like it's a choice to have kids and to like raise kids. I mean, like not just pop them out, but to raise them and teach them and do all those things. That's a choice. And to love somebody is also a choice. We all have choices. Period. Doesn't mean it doesn't have to be extra complicated. If you don't want to be with somebody, don't be with them. Don't waste time. Just don't do it because that's what's going to happen at the end of the day. You're just going to be wasting time. Or I mean, you could just be hard headed and learn the learn the hard way. That's kind of been my whole life is living the hard way and learning, you know, poopy experiences. But that's why I am the way that I am now. That's why I'm humble and you know I don't be yelling and all those things. And I've been seeing videos about that too. Like it be people that go through the roughest things and people that see like the most violence be like the most humblest, kindest people. but it's because of the things, and also they know what they're capable of. Like that's another big reason why I be respecting people. Like that's like out with like the younger kids now. Like they, I don't know why they don't respect other men or in any form of elder. I don't understand it. But also, these kids have never been punched in the mouth. They haven't. Because I look and just like with the way that they talk and just their demeanor and everything. Oh yeah, you've never been hit in your mouth for the way that you talk. And I'm not talking about like children. I'm talking about like teenagers and all those things. Like I don't believe in popping kids in the mouth like toddlers or little kids like that. But young adults, yes, you need to have your hands put on you, and that's why you guys act like that, because you've never been checked by anybody, you've never been punched in the mouth. That's why you act like you don't have sense. That's what it is. Like these kids don't fight no more. They get on the internet and be doing all the weird stuff. I don't understand that. That's what I don't understand. Like you want to shame somebody for whatever, but then you don't want to fight. Like you do all that rah rah. I don't know. It's an ugly situation. That's all I can say because it sucks. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. This younger generation is really scary. It's like you do all these TikTok dances and then talk crazy to a grown man. So, what do you mean? I don't. It's scary to think where the United States is going. It's really scary because these kids are, this next generation is what is going to be, man, these 17-year-olds at 33, I can't imagine one of the 17-year-olds right now at my age. I can't understand it. At 17, I was doing the things. Granted, yes, okay, I wasn't the best, but I'm nothing like these kids. Like that's what me and my girl be talking about all the time. Like these kids are weird. I don't know. I don't like saying it's the internet, but it has to be the internet. Like it has to be all that stuff because we didn't have like phones and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, we had cell phones, but it still wasn't a thing. Like we still like out like meeting people. Like we used cell phones when we needed them, like for actual like cell phones. Oh, the last. Oh, I got two more. Huh. But yeah. And then and then it's like the kids now are like more stupid. Like I don't know if they're more stupid educational wise, but just communicating like amongst each other. I don't understand it. And then you like, where's the lack of respect is what gets me the most. And then I don't know, it's weird because it's like this older generation is like scared to say anything to them. Because I was going to the range, right? I was going to the range like some months ago, and I got a backpack. This is pretty much full of ammo. Probably had like 400 rounds or something. And I had my 40, and I'm sitting on the back of the bus, which I never sit really on the back of the bus. I don't like to. I like to sit in the front. But there was nobody on it, so I just sat in the back, and I was doing something on my phone, and then a bunch of kids got on. A bunch of kids got on, and then was sitting in the back, and they were saying something. They were having some weird conversation, and then I get up and I'm finna go to the finna go to the back of the about to go to the back door, and the bus stops. So I'm walking, and there's one kid that left his leg in the middle of the aisle, and it's four of them. And I get to his leg, and I was like, "Excuse me," and I was like, "Excuse me." And I'm looking at him, and he moves his leg, and he's like, some." So I get to the door, and I open up the door, and he says something, and I just turn my head, and I said, "What?" He, he just staring at me, and I was like, "You said what?" And then little chubby kid, oh, he didn't say nothing. So I just stand there, and I look at him for like 10 seconds, and I'm just staring at him, and I'm like, I just smile, I tell him y'all have a good day, but y'all don't know who y'all be talking to, like y'all don't, like I don't be understanding it, like y'all truly don't be understanding who y'all be like talking to, like when it comes to anybody, like bro. Say I was one of those unhinged people, right? And I commenced to jiggling. I mean, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do nothing like that. But there's other people that don't have nothing to lose and don't care about their lives. Like, I think that's the thing that people don't be like thinking about. And I think that's what they be worried about with the kids is they don't be worried about their life. But what I be thinking about is I have kids. I got to make it home. I'm not worried about you trying to be like tough in front of your friends. Like, because I would be wrong, right? If he had his leg out and I kind of pissed whipped his leg, you know, I'd have been wrong there. I'd have been 100% wrong. And that's why I wanted him to move his leg because I didn't want the pistol bumping against his leg because then it would have been something else. It's, you know, I'd say this young generation. I tell you what, back in my day, back in my day, yeah, it's just stupid. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like back when I was younger, that's not going down. Somebody's saying something to you. Like, yeah, they would have bust through your leg, or they move your fucking leg. You know, they'd have spazzed out on you. I don't know, man. It really sucks. This this younger this younger generation, man, is awfully concerning. So I tell you what, I be thinking about it. I think about it often. When my daughter brings home a little boy, I am going to check him something so vicious. Because yeah, unless you talking right, you can't be around mine. You gotta be like, yeah, she better not never bring nobody. Don't never bring nobody to my house. Cause yeah, I'm not going down. And most likely, I'll probably be cleaning a gun or something. Cause that's what I do. Clean guns all the time. Why not? I gotta clean my guns right now. I got three of them I need to clean. Range days, man. They be taking a toll on shit. But yeah, y'all have a good night. I need to go to sleep. Praise the Lord.